Welcome to the 2023 Commissionaires Ottawa Open, played at Eagle Creek Golf Club in Dunrobin, Ontario. Eagle Creek is located 30 minutes west of Canada's capital, along the Ottawa River. The Commissionaires Ottawa Open is the fifth stop on the PGA Tour of Canada and the race for the Fortinet Cup. Eagle Creek has hosted many tournaments, and some memorable events include the 1992, 98, and 99 Canadian Tour events. The 92 event was especially exciting, with Michael Bradley and Grant Waite tied at -11 going into the 72nd hole. Both players were putting for eagles. After Bradley missed his attempt, it was Grant Waite of New Zealand with his attempt.
Get in. Yes! Yes!
Grant Waite shot a very impressive 13 under par to win. In 1998, Perry Parker went on to win with a score of 12 under par. Eagle Creek is a masterpiece that dates back to 1991. It is carved from the forest and sandy soil to offer an exceptional risk-reward experience. Almost every hole is a dare, with dangerous, thrilling options just as there are easier, safer ones. Large waste areas, lakes, forests, and bunkers challenge the golfer on every hole. The grand finale, the 18th, is perhaps the most famous par 5 around Ottawa. A 573-yard dogleg that skirts around a pristine 16-acre lake. Eagle Creek was designed by Ken Venturi and Ken Skodacek. Venturi was a renowned PGA Tour professional with 14 wins under his belt, including an epic playoff victory at the 1964 U.S. Open.
We have been together a long time, and we have a feel for what we want to see, and all we want to do is by eye and terrain. And the more time you spend on it, the more you mold it and gives your signature, rather than just going on paper and say, this is what you want to do, put that there, and I'll see you next couple of months. That's not the way we do it. Ken's here all the time.
We'll be moving close to 500,000 yards of dirt before the project is finished.
Right now,
Not too much.
you have no pin placements that you can see. Everything you can see. There's no blind shots.
The building of the course began in 1989. The dense forest, sandy soil, and marshlands provided an ideal canvas to shape this golfer's haven. 500,000 tons of earth were moved to carve out the lakes, waste areas, and to shape the fairways. The natural landscape was transformed by heavy machinery, and soon the sculpting of fairways, bunkers, and greens began. With drainage systems installed and the detailed shaping completed by the summer of 1990, it was time to bring the fairways to life. Seeded with Penway bent grass, the course began its metamorphosis. The grass began growing, and by the fall of 1990, the emerald carpet was laid, magically transforming Eagle Creek into a beautiful challenge for golfers. Hole number 1 is a 405-yard par 4. It starts from a spectacular elevated tee to a generous fairway area. A single fairway bunker defines the left side of the fairway, while another large bunker guards the right front of the kidney-shaped green. Hole number 2 is a double dogleg left, 540-yard par 5. A large waste bunker guards the entire left side of the hole, while mounds and dense trees line the right side. The raised multi-tier green sits into the hillside. Hole number 3 is 368 yards long, with a slight dogleg to the right and a tree-lined narrow fairway. It is the shortest of the par 4s. The two-tiered green is the smallest at Eagle Creek. It is well guarded on all sides by bunkers. Hole number 4 is a very scenic 182-yard par 3, and is the first of 7 holes on which water comes into play. The water is in play from the moment the ball leaves the tee until it clears the wooden bulkhead in front of the 90-yard long bunker which guards the front and left of the green. Hole number 5 is a demanding 408-yard par 4 dogleg right which plays along the banks of Constance Creek. A pair of fairway bunkers and rolling mounds on the far left of the landing area serve to turn the attention to the slightly elevated green, which is guarded by 4 pot bunkers. Hole number 6 is a 395-yard par 4. You can see the 13th hole across the lake. Here the golfer is faced with a decision of whether to play it safe around the lake or to gamble and attempt to cross the lake to a narrow peninsula which reaches out from the well-bunkered green. This leaves a shot of only 50 to 75 yards to the green. The 7th hole is probably the most reachable of the par 5s. At 500 yards, the hole plays right to left, with the initial tee shot landing area guarded by bunkering both short left and long right. Also, a large waist bunker forces a layup shot to be carefully placed. The green is framed by 2 bunkers, which are short left, and 3 bunkers which wrap around the rear of the green. Hole number 8 is a 195-yard par 3 and has a long meandering bunker which reaches out almost 150 feet to the front right of the green. The multi-tier green, with a rolling putting surface, may be the most difficult to read on the course. It ranked number 2 in tournament play. Eagle Creek boasts 2 of the most beautiful finishing holes in golf. The 9th is a 441-yard par 4, which plays around the north shore of the large lake, which separates the 9th and 18th holes, with rolling mounds backed by large pines to the left. The very large green is guarded by a pair of bunkers to the right front and a large bunker to the left and rear. It was ranked the number 1 hole in tournament play. Hole number 10 is a 405-yard par 4 and has a slight dogleg to the right with a reasonably large landing area with large pines on the left. It also has a large bunker on the right. The approach to the green is guarded on the left front by a finger of the lake. A large bunker wraps around the right rear of the green. The 173-yard 11th hole brings the large waist bunker back into view as it guards the entire right side and front of the green. Bunkers guard the left and rear as well. Hole number 12 is a 512-yard par 5 and is a double dogleg right. The tee shot landing area is tightly bracketed by fairway bunkers short right and long left. A 100-foot wide by 300 feet long and 12-foot deep waist area lies to the right front of the green. The green has 2 sand bunkers on the left and back. Hole number 13 is a 426-yard par 4 and is bordered on the right by the large lake encountered on holes 4, 5, and 6. A single large fairway bunker guards the left side of the fairway. The long, challenging, triple-tiered green is guarded by a 100-foot-long sand bunker on the left. This hole is ranked number 4 in tournament play. Hole number 14 is a 430-yard long par 4 dogleg right and stretches completely around the left edge of the last of the waist bunkers. There are 3 options in playing this hole, depending on how daring one feels. The most daring option requires the total carry of the waist bunker to a narrow peninsula which extends outward from the 2-tiered green. Hole number 15 is 205 yards and is the longest of the par 3s. The approach to the green is well guarded by a meandering sand bunker which extends from the left front of the green approximately 225 feet back towards the tee. 2 more bunkers guard the right and rear of the green. The 16th is the first of 3 strong finishing holes. It is a 424-yard slate dogleg right. The tight fairway rises over a ridge with large mounds on the left. The narrow, slightly downhill approach to the multi-tiered green is guarded by bunkers to the right front and left front. Hole number 17 is a 430-yard par 4 with a sharp dogleg left, which requires the golfer to choose between relative safety or a shot that must avoid the pine tree on the right. The green is tightly guarded by a long meandering bunker at the left front and another large bunker which wraps around to the right and rear of the terraced putting surface. The challenging hole ranked number 3 in tournament play. The 18th hole is Eagle Creek's signature hole. This 573-yard par 5 plays around the south side of the large lake, which the 9th shares to the north. From the gold tees, the golfer must decide whether to play it safe around the right or gamble by playing to the peninsula. Going this route demands 2 accurate shots to carry the water and have a chance for eagle. Even the safe route forces the player to contend with the water and the long, continuous meandering bunker which lies along the wood bulkhead bordering the lake. The final shot to the green must find its way between the lake and the adjacent bunker and the 3 large pot bunkers to the right and rear of the putting surface. Many tournaments and matches are won or lost on this spectacular hole.